solve a system using algebra. Today we're going to look at one of them, and then on Friday we will look at a different method. Both methods have their advantage and disadvantage. In lesson number 3, we are going to solve a system by substitution, which would also work with other type of equations. Besides solving a system, besides having your equations in linear, you can also solve your system that involve other type of equations. You're going to learn those in grade 11, but substitution would usually be the way to go if you want to solve your equations that involve multiple lines. If you are working with 2 different equations, 3 different equations, this method will be the go-to method, substitutions. So this is how we solve a system of equation by substitution. Technically, you would usually start with 2 equations at the beginning. One of them would usually look easier than the other one, or if they look pretty much the same thing, you pick one of them to start with. And here in example number 1, I'm going to start with the first equation, and it seems to be a bit easier. And I will use this equation and isolate one of the variables here. I can single out the x, make my equation into this way, or I can single out the y. It's up to you. So that would be 9 minus x, or negative x plus 9. Your call. Whichever way is easier for you, whichever way you feel more comfortable, use that. You can either single out your x or single out the y, whichever is easier. And for me, it looks like both of them are pretty much the same. And once I isolate one of the 2 variables here, I will now make a substitution using what we came up with and plug it in. So let's see. If I have 9 minus y for x, I will now replace the x here with 9 minus y, giving us 2 times 9 minus y plus y equals 11. So instead of using 2x, 2 times x plus y equals 11, I'm now having 2 times 9 minus y. And solve it. Open up your bracket, group like terms together, and get your answer. Or if you decide to use the other substitution, if you decide to go with this, then we are going to replace the y using 9 minus x. We will replace the y here with 9 minus x. So 2x plus y equals 11. And the y here will be 9 minus x again. And as you solve it, you are going to end up with the same solution. X equals 2. You don't have to solve it in both methods to get the 2 answers. Like using the first one, once I end up with y equals 7, I can put this number back to what we had with x equals 9 minus y, which is now 7. We can also come up with x equals 2 as a result. Or let's say, if I decide to use the second method for my substitution, I can now substitute this number back into what I came up with, and with 9 minus x, we have y equals 7. So both of them will give us the